here we go again. Originally, the plan was to go boom, 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 4 batches of soap, make a video of each one, get it posted. I knew I wanted to do the Lotus Blossom. Had a little technical difficulty of a sort, as I had unexpected company come by. We're having issues with the oak tree, if you will. So they were coming to do an estimate, check out the tree, all that, blah, 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 yada, yada. So that video is a little discombobulated, but I got her done. Because I was literally like, just pouring the soap, mid-video, mid-soap when they showed up. So, you know, I'm trying not to like, let the dog out or run out the door hollering that I'm making soap. Because I didn't want them to think that I was in here like ignoring them. But, and I always joke about, well, I'll put pants on, like that's always what I tease about, so they probably thought I was in here with no pants on. But I had pants on, and shoes, I was making soap. And then I wanted to do a batch of, well, and I was kind of torn on the final 3, because I've got a couple. I need to make more what I call summer nights. It's actually Moonlight Pomegranate, is the fragrance. And I had been meaning to get to it, just putting it off, playing with some of the new fragrances, so on and so forth. So I knew I wanted to do that one, and like I said, that is what we're doing right now. It'll be Moonlight Pomegranate. I wanted to do, and then I was kind of torn, because I had 4 batches of soap ready to go with, but I had 5 things I wanted to do. I have, I call it Rustic, but it's actually Vanilla Oak by Brambleberry. It's most awesome, like a grown-up vanilla. It's not totally sweet and sugary, but it's like, it's more like the mature version of vanilla, because it's got a little patchouli underneath it, like the smoky woodsy underneath. It's really good. And then I've got this lemon drop cookie fragrance that I wanted to play with. Never done that one, but I wanted to do, you know, give it a shot, see how that went. And then I knew I needed to make more what I call goat's eat oats. Hang on a second. Get that in the sink. Which is just goat milk, oatmeal, and honey. I do mine no fragrance. That's just me. I figure if it's that natural, I might as well keep it natural. So we're just going to bring this up to like barely emulsified. That's all we're shooting for here. Well, knowing me, it'll be a little more than emulsified. It'll be like light trace by the time I'm done. Anyways, but I had all those that I wanted to do. I'm going to separate this out now. Since this one I do the fragrance individual as I go. I gotta think. Hang on. Okay. I know I'm quiet when I'm thinking. It hurts. It hurts to think. Perfect. So, anyways, this one I do, it's Moonlight Pomegranate. It's a tricky fragrance. It'll separate, it'll seize. Gotta work cool for sure. I usually really don't have too many problems, but I know just from reviews that other people do. So I've always just been really, really careful when I use it. Ultramarine blue going in, and I'm going to be doing a you know, gradient pour. That's the word I'm looking for. I think. Bless my heart. I'm so frazzled today. I don't know. It's just going to get lighter and the top one's going to be orange. That's all I know. And this is a little bit of Merlot mica. Just a little bit to give it like a hint of purple to it. Okay, hang on. I'm a little foggy. Okay, I'm I'm going to give that just a whir. Oh, bubbles. And see, from here on out, the color should just mix right in. No problemo. It would help. Zero that out. But so basically, what I'm shooting for is to divide the soap into 5 parts. So I'm dividing the color into 5, or the fragrance into 5 parts. And by doing thusly, now see, soap and cool, not beating the heck out of it. It's actually kind of loose for what I want. I'll probably jinx it here, because nature tells me, hit it with that stick blender and make it thick so you can get it in the mold. And that's what I'm going to do. Oh, the air bubbles. Okay, now that's a little more like how we make soap here. It's still kind of thin. I know, glasses off, not a word. They're foggy. Gotta see what I'm doing. Okay, here, I can feel it getting thick now. So now I'm gonna pour just about half of what I colored. Perfection. Zero that out and start over. Get that all mixed in. Actually, what I'm going to do, just to get this a little thicker, I'm going to blend it up as thick as I want it before I go adding the fragrance. Ha ha! Check that out. Woohoo! That's a little bit less than I wanted, but we'll take it. We'll take it. We'll just spoon that fragrance in real good till I still feel it start to thicken up on me. Hopefully I've got the mold on the most level portion of the table, so it's kind of sort of leveled out. Anyways, I really like this one. I know it's really Moonlight Pomegranate. I call it Summer Nights because that's just how it smells to me. Okay, the goggles got to come up for a second because they're fogging bad. I'll be careful, not a word. I know you shouldn't do that, but I always say sometimes it's better to be able to see what you're doing so you don't spill it and make a big mess. You know what I mean? Okay, it kind of sort of is floating on top, but just in case, we'll spoon it in. Be careful, because I want straight lines. I don't want it to sink in. I'm trying to get it kind of sort of straight. I probably should have whacked that first layer around, but like I said, that thinking too hard bit. It's just been a thinking too hard busy kind of day. Oh, I was telling y'all, it's like Grand Central Station around here. They came by, did their tree business. That panned out how it panned out. Okay, claw goes down though for whackage. We're gonna whack over here. Get that leveled out a little bit. Turn that on, let it zero out. And then, literally, like right after they left, the neighbor came through, and she well, I have her freezer in my shed, because they didn't have anywhere to put it at their place, which is cool. And she had some milk in there that she wanted for her baby goats, frozen. So she came by to get that. And I had been telling her, you know, come anytime, because she's got dairy goats as well. So come by anytime, let's do a soap class, blah, blah, blah. I've been telling her all that. And so she finally, since I had everything out and I was on a roll, she finally hung around for a soap class. I mean, see how well, I mean, I know it can do funky things, but I've usually had pretty good luck with it. I've tried a couple different things with this Moonlight Pomegranate fragrance, and I liked them all. I really did a nifty one where it was like half hot process, half cold process, and it looked like the ocean and beach, like the sand and the water. But it's even too hot for a crock pot right now, so we're going with the old school that I've done before. Okay, back to the neighbor. Neighbor came by, and I've been telling her, you know, come on down, take a soap class, blah, 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 because they've got dairy goats too. And yeah, you know what? She's my neighbor. We live like right on top of each other. I promise you, there's room in this world for more soap. But she came, I made that batch of Goats Eat Oats. Let me whack this down. A little more than I wanted in this layer. Ta-da! Long spoon. Made that batch of Goats Eat Oats because it was a quick one. She had her son with her. He was kind of getting antsy, so I just did a really quick one that's real simple. You know, for me, like I said, no fragrance. It's just oatmeal, milk, and honey. Since the oatmeal and the honey, I had them all preset, kind of, sort of. All I had to do was whip it up, and so she got to watch soap be made, and then she bought a good little bit of bars of soap, and I sent her on her way. Bye-bye. And then I knew earlier in the day I had a repeat customer that I believe I spoke about on the other video. I knew she was coming by. Literally, like, not even 10 or 15 minutes after the neighbor left, the other lady came by, and they bought some soap. And I enjoy visiting with them because they have goats as well. I'm sure one day we'll be doing soap class with her. So that was nice, just getting to visit with her and hear how her goats were coming along and all that. And now, basically, I'm just waiting on my husband to come home right in the middle of this video and come through talking blah, blah, blah. We have a fly. It's driving me nuts. Go away, fly. I mix some of that in. This one does discolor a little bit. Oh, I won't do it. I'll resist it. But that's okay. My layers aren't going to be like perfectly even, I don't think. I think I messed stuff up a little bit. It's okay. Go whack it down one more time. This one discolors that blue, because I've done almost exactly this before. I mean, I'm sure it was slightly different, but it turns it kind of green. I guess it discolors like yellow is what I'm shooting for here. That's what I'm trying to verbalize. But, see, nice and fluid still, which is a miracle for me. You have no idea. Copper mica to make the top nice and orange. But it works out in the designs. It's like, I don't know, that looking out over a lake in the summer, you know, water at the bottom, that dark blue, purpley color, and then the green for like grass, and then the orange for the sunset. That was a little bit what I was thinking. Like I said, I've tried a couple different things with this, but I can work with it. Wee little bit darker. Those are littler drops than they look like. I think it's almost that burnt orange dark like I want it. Just a smidge more. That should be good. And I'm literally putting in like, hang on, let me think. 3/10 of an ounce of fragrance to each one of these that I'm mixing up, because I split it from my tiny little batch into so many. I had done the math beforehand, but it's just, you know, double checking, remembering. But another soaper had put on her Facebook and her blog a link to using a stick as like a pour spout, and that works like a charm. I like that trick. So I've been doing that when I split stuff, instead of having like 12 little bowls with fragrance going. Get that to thicken up a little bit. I mean, I know it will when I add the fragrance, but all those other batches after the first one, they were already kind of half worked. You know what I mean? Normally, I don't have this problem. Normally, it's the opposite. It's already super duper thick. That's kind of fun. Is that sad or what? So yeah, just a wee smidgen. And it's actually funny because it pours, like less comes out than you think when you're doing that. Like it looks like you're dumping a whole bunch in, but no. It's really kind of a trip. And I guess I'll leave this a little bit thin. I just want to make sure that it goes all the way and it doesn't separate. Like I said, I've never really had any problems with it. I've worked it in hot process, worked it in cold process, but I soap cold, you know. I guess, I mean, these are literally like almost room temperature, like 80, 90 degrees, and it is hot in here. I'm sure you can probably see me sweating. Speak up. Rocking the farming charming and my bright orange shirt and my camo kerchief and my blue pants. I am a fashionista for goat farmers. So, I know, not normal people. Normal people look at me crooked. I don't care. I like to be comfortable. So here we go. This is this. That peachy orangey, burnt orange sunset color. Nice and smooth and pretty. Oh, I never get it perfectly smooth, but I've been on a flat top kick. I'm gonna go whack this down. Okay, so we're gonna do a mica swirly top on this one when I get rid of some of this garbage. Anyways, I have been in a rut. My tops have been mostly flat lately. I'm okay with it. It's clearly not the end of the world. It is what it is. I'm gonna flip up my glasses though. I figure if I blind myself with lye heavy soap, putting a mica swirl on top, at this point, as hot as it is, I earned it. I've done something wrong. Do as I say, not as I do. Wear your safety glasses. Don't copy me. Because, you know, burning your eye out with lye ain't pretty. I just needed that to get a grip. But, trying to decide. Trying to drizzle that on so I don't get it on like super heavy. I'm trying to move before it sets up and leaves a bunch of deep, deep gouges in it. Okay, that's probably more than plenty. Double, triple more than plenty. Fresh skewer. So, and I've been doing a lot of sideways zigzags lately. I think we'll stick with the traditional. Trying not to go super deep. Just kind of drag it in circles. That's just that gold mica. It's been 30 seconds. I can't remember if I told y'all or not. It's been a day. You have no idea. Drag a little more over here. Feather it out. Kind of thick right there. I think I'm over swirling. I think it's time to put the stick down. Somebody make me put the stick down. And that's that. So, here we are. Try to flip it over so you don't have to see me all funky. Summer Nights, remade. Go set that up in the living room. And then hopefully I'll be able to make a decision on what soap to make next and get it made before I get interrupted one more time. See y'all soon.